difficult to operate an Airbnb, VRBO, or other short-term vacation rental here in the greater Iowa City area if you wanted to stay on the up and up and on the good side of our local municipalities' regulations. I have a previous video about some of the rules that you would have had to comply with if you wanted to run a short-term rental in Iowa City, Coralville, or North Liberty. For example, some of those old rules in Iowa City included that your short-term rental must be owner-occupied, it had to be a single-family house, single-family standalone house, and it had to have a bed and breakfast permit. Previously, in the city of Coralville, short-term rental rules stated that the owner had to live on the premises. Well, no more. Things have gotten a lot less complicated, and this video is designed to update you on the new, less restrictive vacation rental rules here in Iowa City. When someone is talking about a rental home, there are generally three options. A short-term rental, which would typically be from 1 to up to 30 days, a month-to-month rental, which rents obviously on a monthly basis, and a long-term rental, which is commonly a 6-month to a year-long commitment. Each of the three options is an investment business for its owner, and each type of rental comes with its own challenges, benefits, and revenue stream. Short-term rentals, also known as vacation rentals, have gained a lot, I'm talking a lot, of momentum in recent years because their flexibility allows travelers to rent anywhere from a single night all the way through a month, and allow travelers to feel more at home than they do in a hotel. So, what is the story with short-term or vacation rentals here in Iowa City? Basically, there are no longer any vacation rental specific regulations. Changes in law at the state level have impacted how local municipalities can govern rentals. Cities can no longer restrict vacation rentals, and they must allow them anywhere that a residential regularly permitted rental would be allowed. Now, here in Iowa City, there are some restrictions on what properties are allowed as rentals, especially when it comes to parking spaces. So be sure to check in with the City Housing Department if you have questions about a property qualifying as a rental. Short-term rentals are also now allowed in multi-family units such as condos. Keep in mind now that condos have homeowners associations with covenants, bylaws, rules, and regulations that may restrict both regular rentals and or short-term rentals. So make sure you complete your due diligence in investigating the property's HOA rules. Here in Iowa City, short-term rentals, which are considered a short-term rental if it is rented for less than 30 days, only need to pass Iowa City Housing Code compliance, which is a free inspection with no permit associated with it. If your vacation rental were to be rented for longer than 30 days, well, then you would need an active rental permit. It is always a smart idea to consult with the housing department of the specific city you're considering purchasing an income property in for that municipality's rental permit process and application to make 100% sure you are in compliance. Side note, collecting the proper short-term rental lodging tax is your responsibility, so make sure that you have also consulted with a certified tax professional for advice. According to the website AirDNA, 2001 was the best year on record for short-term rental performance. On average, U.S. short-term rentals achieved 62% occupancy, which is up 5% compared to 2020 and 10% higher than in 2019. U.S. short-term rentals are earning an average of 39% more annually than they were prior to the pandemic, benefiting significantly from higher average daily rates and occupancy, as well as fewer competitive listings in many market areas. This website goes on to say that their 2022 data shows growth being dominated by small and mid-sized cities, as it was also in 2021. In fact, the revenue potential of small cities and rural areas in the U.S. has risen 55% since the start of the pandemic, followed closely by mountain and lake destinations and mid-sized cities. If you want to dial in on the data and analytics for Iowa City, Coralville, and North Liberty as far as their short-term rental property investment potential, there are websites like AirDNA that have compiled data across rental platforms, and they can help you get a feel for the market saturation, the average daily rental rates, and the occupancy rates, and the monthly revenue. The bottom line for everybody, right? So, what is the draw for short-term rentals here in Iowa City when we're not exactly considered a vacation destination? Well, for one, Hawkeye Sports. Hawkeye Sports always bring a lot of people into town, as does the University of Iowa. Parents come here to visit their children and they want someplace comfortable to stay. The University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics brings in thousands of patients and their family members to town each year, many of who need to stay for a bit. And there's also a pool of traveling nurses who are sent on assignment to various hospitals who are here for a short enough period of time that they don't really want a traditional long-term lease. They are prime candidates for Airbnbs. So if you're considering purchasing a vacation rental and you'd like to chat with me about specific neighborhoods, where might be a prime location for your newest investment property, feel free to reach out. I would love to talk with you. If you need my contact information, you can find it down below in the description box of this video. And hey, if you're watching on your phone and you're like, where's the description box? All you need to do is tap the title of the video and that description box will open right up. Hey, it's been fun, and I'll catch you later.